Okay, we're at problem number 10 now. And it's the same loop over and over again. So I'm going to kind of, outline what they're writing down. They're writing down what they say. So they say the nth term, 1458, is equal to a1 r to the n minus 1. They just don't know what n is, all right? Then what did I do? I kind of multiplied both sides by 9 and divided both sides by 2, and you should get r to the n minus 1 equals 6,561, all right? Again, multiply both sides by 9 and divide both sides by 2. The next thing I would write down is the Sn part. And what's Sn going to be? Well, it's going to equal to, 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r, 2/9. Now, what I want to do is, I realize somebody says it's a jump in reasoning, but let's see if we can do it. And the first thing I would probably do is I'd probably try to simplify this equation over here. Someone said, how would you do that? I would multiply both sides by 9 and divide both sides by 2. Well, if you divide, multiplying by 9 is easy, by the way. If you divide by 2, you're going to get, I got to do that now, don't I? So 2 into 9, 8, 4, 2. Let's do that. What do you get? Well, let's see. You would get 4. That gives you 8. 1, 8. That gives you 9. 1, 8. 4. That gives you 2. 4. 2 gives you 1. So I'm going to write that down. You would get 4, 9, 2, 1. Let me repeat what I do with that equation. I multiply both sides by 9 and I divide it by 2. And then what would you come up with? You'd get this over here. 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. Then I would multiply both sides by 1 minus r. You would get 4, 9, 2, 1 minus 4, 9, 2, 1 r equals 1 minus r to the n. The next thing I would do is I'd try to get all the numbers on one side and the variables on the other, and that would give you 4, 9, 2, 0 equals 4, 9, 2, 1 r minus r to the n. All right? Still not there yet. I want to see if I can get the r to the n minus 1 now. How do I do that? Well, we've done it before. What do? You're going to factor out an r now. What do you get? R. And then you get 4, 9, 2, 1 minus r to the n minus 1. All right? So let me point out, I'm going to start to make some erasures over here. We're done with that. We're done with this. And I'm done with all that work over there. And I want to make sure I'm getting to where I expect to come up with. I expect to come up with this. And I got it. 4920 r times the quantity 4921 minus r to the n minus 1. The next thing I'm going to do is I know what r to the n minus 1 is. All right, let me write that down for you. 4920 equals r 4921 minus r to the n minus 1. Well, what's that equal to? 6, 5, 6, 1. That's where this is coming from. And then what do you use? Solve for r. Fairly simple to do, by the way. It's 4920 over 4921 minus 6561. Again, I am not opposed to using a calculator. I realize people get tired, but if you do that, you'll get minus 3. All right? Then the question becomes is, what else did they ask for? Did they ask for r? Yeah, they asked for r. It's right over here. They also asked for n. So what you've got to do is look back over it and figure out which one is going to be the easiest one to come up with the n. All right? And I think I see it. I'll point out what I mean by that. It's right here. Let me write that down. So it's going to be minus 3 to the n minus 1 equals 6, 5, 6, 1. By the way, I am convinced n is an integer. All right? But the problem with the fact that it's an integer, you just say, oh, I wonder what integer that is. It's got to be, this n has got to be odd because minus 3 has to be raised to an even power. So I'm going to make a stab at it and say n is 9. Right? So what am I saying over there? You may want to check it on a calculator. I am saying the number minus 3 to the 8th power. Well, I have no objection to using a calculator. So 3 to the 8th power is going to be 6561. So n is 9. All right? Not bad. All right? Again, the arithmetic can get a little nasty, but for the most part, you got calculators to help you solve out with that. I wouldn't be using calculator for simple numbers, by the way. However, some people may disagree with me. They may say, oh, that's a simple number. You shouldn't use a calculator on this over here. Well, you know what? I do a large number of problems per day. I'll be honest with you, I get tired doing arithmetic. It's tedious. It's boring. All right? Sometimes I just resort to a calculator, even on simple stuff. All right? Thank you.